can I feel the joy of being with you? How can I chase the pain away for good? Well, this is calling me.
Good morning. Welcome to Vlogmas / Bookmas day 11. I have cookies. I have to package them. They've dried overnight. Some of them were not quite dry. And now they have some denting. But it's okay. I'm sure they'll get eaten anyway. I still have like a dozen more to ice. But that'll have to be on a different day because I ran out of time last night and I was exhausted. So I did some, and that's all I'm doing. They're also not as spectacularly amazing as they normally are because you know what? I decided this year I'm going to ice them. I'm going to focus on this. I'm making a different dessert to bring also, like as a change up. And I want to have time to wrap some gifts. So that's what's on the docket tonight. I'm going to make a banana loaf and we're going to wrap some gifts. Get started with that process because it's a process. We'll do some wrapping tonight and then ribbons probably on Thursday and Friday. And yeah, I'm going to get these put onto a plate with some of the other cookies that I made for my HR departmental potluck thing that I have going on today at work. And I have to wrap my gift for the work potluck also. So let's get started.
Holy snowshoe, I bring some mistletoe with me.
Okay, I have tissue and a bag. We're doing a bag for this year because I always wrap it extreme. Then everybody knows whose is what, so because they all know that I wrap with crazy stuff. So this year I'm just gonna do a basic wrap job. Also, it's earlier than most years. Usually we do this like on the 20th or the 18th or somewhere down the line there, but it's the 11th today. But we have someone going on holidays in our department, so we're doing it early. We have to do like a $10 to $15 gift, and that's hard, you guys, because things are expensive nowadays. But I found a card game, a family-friendly card game that actually gets decent reviews. It's ages 12 and up. Yeah, 12 plus, 2 to 5 players. You basically have these beans, and you have to keep them alive. But you pull these cards, and the cards, well, it might help you, but in most cases they won't. And there's just like the stupidest ways that things die. Set fire to everything is like one of these, but you didn't die apparently. This one here says you die. It looks like the bean decides to take a bath and like cooks himself. So you're a bean farmer, you have 3 beans, and the one that can make it to the end with a bean left and not die with all of their beans, because you're going to have some die, is the winner. So that's interesting. So I got that, and I'm just going to scan it. I'm just going to cover it, and I read this word up here that says scanner. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it and take it to work for the gift exchange.
Christmas is waiting for you. It'll never start without you, never start without you. Christmas is all about you. I see everywhere around the fairies of December. You, I see everywhere around the fairies of December. You, can you feel the joy when Santa Claus comes to town?
Okay, friends, I'm off. Ignore my folding that I have to do over there in Jeff's gym bag. But I have on my fancy vintage Christmas shirt that I haven't worn yet this year. I figured it'd be a good time to introduce it to everybody. It's so loud, you guys. It's like super vintage. If you were like me and you grew up with like an aunt or a grandmother who had all these vintage ornaments, which I have inherited some of them, you will know the nostalgia for this shirt. It's like, oh my gosh, it's my life. I love this. She was like one of those aunts that was the best. But also, she was one of those aunts that when we get over there for Christmas or we were going to visit them for beverages or cocktails, she was like the maitre d' of the family, the matriarch of the family, not the maitre d', but she didn't let you get anything when you're over there either, so kind of the maitre d'. My mother would have a talk with us children before when we got there, and under no circumstances were we supposed to touch anything. because it was expensive and we would break it. And so it was one of those houses, but she always let us play with her fancy stuff anyway and didn't care. And my mother would be like sitting there watching us play with her fancy crystal ornamenty dudes and her little metal figurine set that like moved on its own. And she would probably be like sucking in air the whole time, just hoping we didn't drop or break anything. But the only thing I can't find and I really want to is one of those vintage plastic garlands that looks like candy and gumdrops. It looks like it has sugar on it too to go around my tree. That would just make my heart happy because that was the one thing that on her tree that I remembered the most outside of the ornaments. So on that note, I'm going to go to work and I will catch up with you guys later. Good evening, friends. I'm home from work and I don't know what I'm doing. Just kidding. Well, sort of. I cleaned up the supper dishes. I have some stuff going on over here. I am making banana loaf, so that's in the oven. Takes about an hour. I'm going to go put on some comfy clothes. I do love my vintage Christmas shirt a lot, but that's not what I'm going to continue wearing. And I might do some wrapping, but just like the base wrapping and putting Post-it notes on things, and then I'll do the hot glue and the ribbons a little bit later. So I think that's what's on the docket currently, and I'm going to go get started and maybe do that for about an hour until the banana loaf is out of the oven. And then I might just read and relax and maybe go to bed early. What a concept. I know. I say that, but then it'll be like 11 o'clock and I'll be just thinking I should get to sleep. So I'm hopefully going to rectify that tonight because I've been very tired the last couple days and I have not been getting enough sleep. But most of, outside the banana loaf, of my baking for cookie trays, etc. is done. I just would like to add some banana loaf to those. So those are baking and then those can get cut and frozen. And then they can go in the cookie trays. So I think we will also have a bedtime coffee, as Kim, my friend from Bookshelf Bunny, calls it. Because I always have it at like 8 o'clock or later. So I might have a bedtime coffee and I might have a square of chocolate because I got this chocolate and it's really good, but you only eat like a little bit at a time. So it's like 1 or 2 squares and then you're done for the evening. But, oh yeah. It's white chocolate with peppermint and it's got dark chocolate with it, I think. Pretty sure it's dark chocolate also, yes. And so that with coffee sounds great. Obviously not the whole thing, just 1 or 2 squares. And yeah, I think that's it for the evening. But I will check in with you guys a little bit later.
Have you wrote your list to hit a for good? Hurry down the chimney tonight. I wait impatiently.
Okay, friends, I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm going to sit here, I'm going to watch some YouTube, and yeah, that's what the rest of my evening looks like. I'm also going to taste test this banana loaf, make sure it's decent for everybody else. It's probably the only piece I'm actually going to have, because the rest of it's going to go into platters. But that's about it for me tonight. I did some spreadsheet work, and I want to wrap gifts, but I want to wait until my husband's home because the dog can turn into a spaz, and I don't want that to, I mean that in the nicest way possible. And I don't want my wrapping paper to become a victim. So tomorrow he will be home. I will wrap gifts, and then I won't have to worry about them getting torn to shreds by the menace. Yeah, you might have seen this in the B-roll just before this clip. I got it back at the at the luncheon today. I got number 1, so if you've done White Elephant, you get to pick the beginning and you get to pick last. So if you don't like what you got, or somebody got something really great, you can trade, which is cool. But I didn't really see anything that I loved. But I really did like this idea. And my nephew, I think, would really love it. So I took what I brought back. And the best part about White Elephant is you can, because technically you're not supposed to know what other people brought. So if somebody, oh, my hand, I have to adjust my arm. There we go. If somebody brought something and somebody unwrapped it and somebody else stole it, and then, like, let's say I brought the game and somebody else unwrapped it and then somebody stole theirs and I got mine stolen and they gave me this, I would have gotten my same thing back anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Sometimes you end up getting your same gift back anyway. So it is what it is. And the whole point, you can get your own gift because you're not supposed to know what other people brought. So, yeah, I bought something that I thought I would like and that I thought other people might like, so that if I did get it back, I wouldn't be upset. And I ended up getting it back. So, but that was by my choice because I really want to play it. And my nephew, I think, would really like this. So hopefully he enjoys playing this card game with me. At Christmas when we go down there, or New Year's. The Cupcake Cafe, I really usually like Jenny Colgan or Colgan. And her Christmas books, because she writes a lot of themed books, but you guys, this one is just not hitting. I'll give it a little bit more time. But I might end up DNFing it for another of her books that I have on my wait list. So, yeah, so far still not loving it. I have kind of put the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore on hold a little bit because I'm super into the Christmas themed books right now. So I'm just kind of reading to what my vibe is and listening to what my vibe is so that I am riding this productive reading high. And right now that is Christmas themed books and all the feel goods. So yeah, not really feeling the Cupcake Cafe. Hopefully that changes for me. But if it doesn't, I will be switching to Christmas at the Bookstore, midnight, something. I don't know. I feel like I might have read this one before, but maybe I haven't. Because there's a lot of those bookstore type books. So I guess I will have to check it out. Oh, you guys, I'm so sleepy. And see. I also think I'm going to be getting to one of my Christmas themed cozy mysteries right away. Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, or the Christmas Jigsaw Murders, because I'm really itching to kind of just read something like that also. So, on that note, I'll see you guys soon, aka tomorrow, with another Vlogmas / Bookmas video. And I promise you the Eras Tour Toronto video is getting closer. I didn't have much time to work on it today, but I have gotten through 2/3 of the footage, and I am almost done, and it will be up shortly. So, on that note, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Vlogmas Day 12.
I really